Hi guys, I am back for language lesson number 2, and I am so excited to be using my program that will mirror the page with you because I feel like this program is going to allow you to be able to follow along with me better, and it's just going to be a really cool thing. So let's go ahead and get started. I am looking down because I'm going to mirror my iPad to you, and I'm still getting a little used to this. So by the end of next week, I'm going to be a pro. You're going to be a pro. We are all going to be pros at this. So let me see if I can share my screen with you. And there it is. Okay. So today we're talking about object pronouns and prepositional phrases. An object pronoun can take the place of any noun in a sentence as long as it's used as an object in the sentence, like a direct object or the object of a preposition like today. When the object of a preposition is a pronoun, an object pronoun is used. Mother flew to Rome with me. Me is my my object pronoun. My prepositional phrase is with me. Remember, object pronouns can be singular or plural in nature. Our singular object pronouns are me, him, it, you, and her. Our plural object pronouns are you, us, and them. So let's look here. It says prepositional phrases can add details to basic sentences. Our first sentence here is the sentence, emperors built large buildings. That's a pretty basic sentence. A prepositional phrase can be added to the beginning, to the middle, or to the end of a sentence. Notice the placement of the prepositional phrase affects the placement of the subject and the verb. Okay, so let's look at our first example below the basic sentence. It says, during the Roman Empire, emperors built large buildings. Okay, during the Roman Empire, I have a prepositional phrase at the beginning of that sentence. Immediately following, I have emperors built, my subject and my verb. Let's look at the second one. The third one down, the second one after the basic sentence. Emperors in Rome built large buildings. Well, my prepositional phrase is in Rome. And what did that do to my subject and verb? It split my subject and verb. Emperors built. It split it right in two. Okay, so if you have a prepositional phrase, be careful because it can split your verb phrase. And the last one, emperors built large buildings in cities across the empire. And we have in cities across the empire, and our subject and verb are emperors and built. So it doesn't really split. The one that's kind of a little bit tricky sometimes and can give us a little bit of a headache is where we have a prepositional phrase that splits a verb phrase. But you guys are awesome, and we're going to work on these together. So let's go to guided practice. Underline the simple subject once and the verb twice. Write an object pronoun to replace the underlined words. Well, first directions say to underline the simple subject once and the verb twice. So let's do that for number 1. The emperor built a great coliseum for the people. Okay, well, my verb, I got to find my verb. What is being done in this sentence? If you said built, you are right. Built is my verb. Who or what built? Emperor built. And I have a prepositional phrase, and they didn't tell us to do this, but I like to do this, and you guys are really good at doing this. I have for the people, and I need to replace the people with an object pronoun. So people, is that singular or plural? If you said plural, you're right. Okay, so I'm going to replace it with, look right here, a plural object pronoun. So for us, does that describe people? For you? For them? Yes. So we're going to replace people with the word them. And you guys are doing great. Let's keep going. Number 2, the people expected the entertainment from the emperor. What's going to be your verb? Tell the screen right now. What's that verb? If you said expected, you are amazing. Expected. Who or what expected? People expected. Okay, subject and verb done. We could check that off our list. Prepositional phrase, from the emperor. Okay, emperor, is that singular or plural? If you said singular, you're right. So we're going to look here. Okay, The emperor, it's going to be from her. No. From you? Nope. From him. Good. We're going to put from him. Excellent, excellent. Okay, let's move on to number 3. A guide told all of us about the building. Okay, let's look at our verb. What is being done in this sentence? What's the action? Told. Good. Who or what told? Guide told. Okay. All about the building. Is all a preposition? No, but about the building is a preposition. So that's my prepositional phrase. And the building, even without looking at your list, yours is at the top of the page. But what would be building? If you said it, you're right. Good job. It is it. Okay, and then number 4 has 2. Let's look at number 4. We're not going to get tricked by it. The ruins of the building towered above Carla, Mother, and me. Okay, what's my verb? If you said towered, you are right. Who or what towered? Building didn't tower. Be careful. Ruins towered, because I'm going to show you right now. Right here is a prepositional phrase, of the building. And we also have above Carla, Mother, and me. So now we have 2 object of the prepositions that we need to fill in. We have the building and we have Carla, Mother, and me. So the last time the building was it. Would that work this time? You're right, it would. So we're going to say it. And so the ruins of it towered above Carla, Mother, and me. If it includes me, what am I going to use? Us. Good. Above us. You guys are doing so great. If you didn't get that, rewind and go back and it will help you. Whoa, what am I doing here? Okay. I got all excited. I showed you guys the answers for the next page. Okay. Let's look at the next part. It says expand each sentence by adding one of the prepositional phrases from the box to the beginning, the middle, or the end as indicated. So for sentence number 5, they're telling us we need to do to the beginning of the sentence. Wild animals lived in cages. So we're going to say for the people's entertainment, wild animals lived in cages. We're going to say under the floor, wild animals lived in cages, or to the arena, wild animals lived in cages. To the arena doesn't really make sense, right? But there's 2 different ones. We could say under the floor or for the people's entertainment. Now, would it be entertaining if they lived in cages? Probably not. So we're going to use under the floor. We're going to add it to the beginning. So we're going to say, and you write it with me, under the floor. Remember, sentences start with capital letters. Under the floor, wild animals lived in cages. What do sentences end in? They end in punctuation. In this case, it is a period. Okay, let's move on to number 2. We are looking at number 2, and number 2 tells us that we need to put a prepositional phrase in the middle. Okay. The animals were moved and released. Okay, so the middle would probably be after our first verb, I would think. So let's look. The animals were moved for the people's entertainment and released, or to the arena and released. Because remember, we already used under the floor. What do you think? I would think also to the arena would be a good one. So let's look here. The animals, write it with me. The animals were moved to the arena and released. Okay, in that sentence in a period, because that is what we do. And let's go ahead and do our final one. Now, our final one, they want us to put, we've already used to the arena, they want us to put a prepositional phrase at the end of the sentence. So, the emperor provided free games for the people's entertainment. Does that make sense? Sure does. Let's go ahead and write it. The emperor provided free games for the people's, remember, people apostrophe S because it's possessive, entertainment. Okay, and put a period. Congratulations, you've just done the first page, page 273. So this is what I want you to do. Press pause. I want you to turn the paper over. You're going to follow the directions just like we did on this side of the paper. You're going to underline your subjects and verbs in the first part and put parentheses around prepositional phrases. Okay, second part, you're going to be doing the beginning, middle, and end, and then you're going to do a really fun write it out at the end, or apply and write. So press pause, work that out, and then come back. Okay, so hopefully you've pressed pause. We're going to welcome back. Let's look at the first one. Underline the simple subjects once and the first verb twice, and put parentheses around each prepositional phrase. Okay, so the first one, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to say subject and verb, and then I'm going to tell you the prepositional phrase. So number one, Colosseum was built by Emperor Vespasian is your prepositional phrase. Number two, building took, and your prepositional phrase is of it. 3, sun opened, prepositional phrase in AD 80. 4, criminals, convicts were used, prepositional phrase in the bloody games. Be careful with number 4 because it is in fact a compound subject, so you need to underline both subjects in that one. And if you only did one, it's okay, go ahead and put the other one, okay? And remember, this is just practice. Number 5, Christianity was, and your prepositional phrase is against the law. 6, Christians were sent, and you've got many prepositional phrases in this one, into the arena with the wild animals without any weapons. Number 7, Christians were killed, prepositional phrase by them. And 8, gladiators fought, prepositional phrase inside the arena. Let's look at our next one. We're replacing the object pronoun with we're replacing the words with a proper object pronoun. So I went with Kathy and Anna to the park. I went with them to the park. 10, Kathy sat between Anna and me. Kathy sat between us. 11, we walked across a stream and sat beside the stream or sat beside it. 12, Logan, hi Logan, picked a flower for his mother, for her. 13, some bees swarmed around Logan, around him. Ooh, be careful. Okay, number 14, we're adding a prepositional phrase to the end. My family went camping in the mountains. Okay, that works. 15, we sat and roasted hot dogs. We sat around the campfire and roasted hot dogs. And then 16, we had to put one at the beginning. During the night, we heard a raccoon in the trash can. Oof, those are loud. I've had that happen to me one time. Okay, apply and write. So use at least 3 prepositional phrases in a sentence to tell about an adventure you've had with your family or friends. So I kind of think what we're going through right now is like an adventure, right? It's something new. So let's look. It says, during mobile learning, had to throw that in there, my friends and I watched YouTube on our computers and iPads to keep up with our schoolwork. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. Circle any ones that gave you really a lot of trouble. And then when I conference with you later on this week, or maybe even today, then I'll go over those ones with you. Okay, thanks guys. You did such a great good job, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.